Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're doing well. I wanted to come on and do a reading. I'm gonna wait, my cards are like all mixed up. I just want to tap in and see what's happening today. I'm trying to get into the habit of coming on more, um, and maybe even using the cards less and less. They are a nice guide, and I love my cards. But there are also things that come up throughout the week, and while I'm doing the cards, that I just kind of want to, I don't know. I feel a different. Basically, I feel a shift coming, and I want to give myself the opportunity to explore what the shift is. So I'm going to be coming on more. But today I'm going to be open to what wants to come up. Okay, so for our past life card, we have Egypt. And then we have, for our affirmation cards, we have courage and vitality. And we have vitality last week as well, or on Monday. Okay, so this Egypt card is reminding me of what we pulled last time I came on, which I think was Monday. When we got the card, where are you journeying to? And so I don't know why, but I'm feeling like there is somebody being called to look into Egyptian medicine or Egyptian culture, because there might be something in there for you. The pyramids are here. And I'm getting that for somebody watching, there may be, okay, so I've been being called to this one particular place at the park, which I ended up going yesterday. I just kept seeing it in my mind's eye. I hadn't been there in a couple of weeks, because it was cold, and I just haven't been to the park in a couple of weeks. But it's somewhere that I would frequently go to, and there was this one part of the woods where I had run into a buck, and there's a part of me that was like scared to go back over there because I didn't necessarily want to like come across a buck again, but my animal totem is a deer, and so whenever I see deers or bucks, it's very symbolic, and I was just really feeling called to go back to that same place yesterday. And I'm saying all this for a reason. But I went back there yesterday, and I spent some time there, and I was curious to see what I would find. And I wanted to take pictures kind of around that area, but the place that I wanted to take pictures at, there were a whole bunch of kids that were having gym class. And so, like, there was no way that I could take pictures over there. So I ended up being rerouted to this little pond. And when I was at this little pond, on my way to this little pond, I ran into this dog who was really sweet. And she like ran up to me, and I just was respecting her owner. I didn't like pet her or anything, but as I was sitting over there by this little pond taking pictures, that same dog came charging towards me, and like I was looking for the lady, and she was like nowhere to be found. And so the dog came over to me, and I was kind of like sitting on the ground, and the dog kind of just like was sniffing me to make sure I was good and make sure that, like, I don't know, I just felt like that dog, I just feel like, I don't know, in a past life or something, me and that dog had a connection. There was something about the care and the quick connection that I had with that dog that felt very special. And it was brief, but there's something about being called to a place and being curious and open to what energy is waiting to be uncovered by you, because whatever energy we come into contact with, even in small ways, we are impacted by it. The precision of these small details, the precision of like the little hints of energy that we can pick up from people or places, these things are very important. And it's kind of reminding me of the Virgo eclipse that we're going to be having on the 14th. I don't know if today is the 12th or the 13th. I don't know. But the eclipse is basically here. And there's something about researching Egypt that I feel is going to, for somebody, if this resonates, if it doesn't resonate, just it's not your message. But if this is for you, I'm getting that in researching something about Egypt, or even in just hearing me talk about Egypt, there is something there that is going to lead you to this special moment with the dog, if that makes sense. Like, there is something about a rabbit hole. I'm hearing that if you start with Egypt, it will lead you into some small detail that is going to support you in the next leg of your journey. I know that was a mouthful, but that is what wanted to come up. And so it's not even necessarily that what you're going to find is about Egypt, but there's something in the rabbit hole in looking into Egypt, or just hearing this conversation, that is going to spark something of curiosity and wonder that is going to impact you energetically within the next few days. Okay. And then we have courage and vitality. And I'm getting that what you're going to find in this rabbit hole is going to give you a sense of vitality, is going to give you a sense of energy. And when we think about Virgo energy, which is the eclipse that we're going to be coming up on, it's going to be in Virgo. Virgo is all about health and taking care of yourself and really focusing in on the details. And when you think about health and cutting away things that do not serve you, this Virgo energy comes up, and I'm just hearing that there's something about medicine that is going to come up. And this doesn't even necessarily have to be like actual like medicinal medicine. I don't even know if that makes this could also be medicine for the soul, medicine for your mind. There is some sort of vitality that you are subconsciously seeking, if this is resonating. And as you go down this rabbit hole, you are going to get a wave of vitality and energy that you have kind of been needing to put in your handy dandy notebook in your little backpack, for you to have it's almost like you're getting a new battery pack. And in this battery pack, you're going to have this newfound sense of energy that you've been looking for and needing as we transition into spring and into this eclipse energy. And for courage, I'm just getting that when you get this battery pack, when you get this new battery pack, it is going to also offer a sense of courage that is needed for this next leg of your journey. And I'm just hearing, don't be afraid to be wrong. Don't be afraid to go into the unknown. And don't be afraid of you. That's what's coming up. Somebody's guys want them to hear that. And then we have boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? And this is so on theme for this eclipse, because Virgo is also very much about boundaries and protecting your peace and clearing out. And when we think about clearing out, a lot of times I feel like clearing out and boundaries go hand in hand in a lot of ways, because in order for you to kind of clean up your system in a way, kind of give your system a new update, you have to establish boundaries in order for this clearing and this cleaning to take place. And Virgo and cleaning is also very much go hand in hand as well. But you are being asked to take a look around and see where it is that you need to establish better boundaries in order for the new things that you find to settle. Because I'm hearing that there are going to be new energies that you are coming into contact with that are directly related and valuable as you move into this next phase of your life. And I'm hearing it's going to be important for you to protect this new energy as you allow it to kind of seep in and settle into this new hard drive. So it's like if you were a computer and you were, installing all of this new energy, all of this new equipment so that you can operate better. I'm hearing that the things that the old programs and the old energies that have kind of been slowing down your equipment, it's going to be important for you to put up these boundaries so that you can, so that your equipment is working the way that you need it to work. And then I'm also getting photography for somebody. I saw a picture this morning that came up. A beautiful photographer on Instagram posted. I would say their name, but I cannot remember their name off the top of my head. But they have this beautiful photography that they take in Africa, and there was a picture very similar to this where there was a boy in the water, and there were all of these hands reaching around this person, and this person was just kind of surrendering, which is probably relevant for someone as well. But for this particular image, this person is protecting themselves from all of the people that are grabbing at them. And this is probably something that you've been experiencing all these different people or energies vying for your attention and trying to get you to, I'm hearing that you may have been, you're on this journey, but there's this energy, these different energies that keep pulling on you and keep distracting you from what it is that you know you should be doing, or what it is that you want to be doing. So it's almost like I see somebody just walking down a road, and as they're trying to get to this end goal, every few feet somebody is grabbing at them and asking for something else, grabbing at them, asking for something else. You get back on the road, you keep walking, somebody else grabs for you, asks for something else. And so I'm getting that it's really important for you, like it's like what your goal is and where you're trying to get to, but it's important for you to establish these boundaries so that you can actually get to your goal much quicker. And not even that you need to get to the goal quickly, but it's just that I'm hearing it's feeling frustrating to you that every time you take a few steps forward towards what it is that you're trying to get, people keep pulling you back in. And this is one of those habits that you are consciously or unconsciously looking to clear out because it has been draining you. This idea of having a goal, trying to get to the goal, you see the goal, you've manifest, like you're right there and you're walking towards the goal, but every few steps somebody is pulling you back. And I'm also hearing that similarly to Virgo energy, you are someone who is of service, you are somebody who is happy to help others, but people have taken advantage of that. And so I'm hearing that with it, use this energy from the eclipse to set those boundaries. Because one thing about Virgo energy is that once Virgo understands, like, okay, no, this is a thing that I need, Virgo is unapologetic about setting those boundaries. Despite, wanting to help people, it's just like, this is an energy that you can use to say, hey, I want to help you, I'm here to support you. However, these are the things that I need in order for me to do what it is that I need to do, because you are deserving of that. And your spirit guides really want you to be reminded of the fact that you are worthy of your own time and your own energy. Okay. That was a lot, and I love that. The creatrix. Creativity. So this message has been coming up a lot about unused creativity and how whether you believe in demonic energy or not, it's just like negative energies are able to feed on your unused creativity. It's like the unused creativity within you, it turns into blockages, and it's almost like it is a feeding ground for negative energies to kind of like dilly dally in. Okay, so basically, allow yourself the opportunity to alchemize whatever energies come up as you are clearing out, and give yourself the freedom to create, not create to receive likes from other people, literally creating so that you can fill yourself up with this healthy positive energy, because it's like an opportunity for you to charge your battery pack. You allowing yourself to create is you giving yourself the opportunity to charge up and to revitalize yourself, and to be able to reconnect with yourself in a way that is helping you to move out of this stuck, heavy energy that you've been feeling. You know, the winter, things slow down in the winter for a reason. The winter is not really go time. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times the spring is what bears these new opportunities. The spring is when things get sprung, right? And so allow yourself the opportunity to revitalize yourself through creativity, through your artistry. And even if you don't consider yourself to be a person who, even if you don't consider yourself to be an artistic person, I was saying this in the last reading, it's your birthright to create. It's your birthright to make things, and to take whatever energies within you and to transmute them into something else, and to actually move things out of yourself. And you can, you know, post them if you want in order to share out, but you don't have to. You could create something that's just for yourself, just so that you are kind of staying in flow and allowing for these things to move. Okay, so then we have femme fatale. Light attributes highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when dependency is rejected. So I'm gonna get clarity on that card and why it's coming up in this reading. So creativity is of course connected to feminine energy, and I feel like it's been a while since we've pulled, like, there are certain cards that talk directly about femininity, and I feel like it's been a while, and intuition, and I feel like it's been a while since we've pulled up any cards in relation to femininity. So it's important that this is coming up right now, especially with the cards that we just got. So we just got Yemaya, Mother of All, Divine Care. Yeah, and Yemaya is an African deity from the Yoruba culture, and she is the goddess of the ocean. And you see she's under the moon, and she's there with the dolphins. And I actually went on a dolphin rabbit hole the other day, because it's illegal to talk to dolphins. And the reason why it's illegal to talk to dolphins is because dolphins use, I'm probably going to say this wrong, but dolphins use like a way bigger part of their cortex than we do. So dolphins are smart as shit. They're literally extraterrestrials. And the fact that dolphins are able to be in the water and to discover, you know, secrets of Atlantis and discover the secrets of the ocean in ways that we cannot. I mean, dolphins are brilliant, and dolphins are also connected to Mintakan starseeds. So if you are watching this, and if you have heard about starseeds in the past, this may be coming up, because one of your rabbit holes might be to look into Mintakan starseeds. But Mintakan people are beings who lived on another planet which no longer exists, but people who have reincarnated here, who used to be of Mintakan heritage, are people who typically are drawn to water, drawn to dolphins, and they have a very high vibration, and they bring and spread light wherever they go, but they often feel as though they don't relate to a lot of people. They often feel as though they are outcasts, and that they are constantly seeking this sense of home, always looking for home. And so there is something about really connecting in with your own intuition, because with these two very powerful cards, I'm just hearing allow yourself the space to, one, ask your spirit guides for divine care, and to be conscious about seeking divine care in your life. This card asks, what are some of the things that are signifying the fact that you have divine care in your life? So maybe that could be a journal prompt, is you looking into, or taking time to see what aspects of your life are proof of divine care, proof that you are cared for beyond this realm. And I'm hearing that even the intuitive hits that you get, somebody's spirit guides want them to know that one of the proofs of divine care that you are receiving are the intuitive hits that come to you. And to open yourself up, and open up in a way to where you can really allow yourself to hear the whispers of the universe, and allow yourself to trust the intuitive messages that come to you, because they are messages that are proof of this divine care, and they are specialized for you. So they are messages that you may not even be able to or feel comfortable sharing with other people, but I'm hearing that they're not for other people. These intuitive hits, they are for you, and they will make sense for you. And even if they don't make sense right now, I'm hearing to allow yourself to remain open for the moment where these intuitive hits will make sense. I'm hearing bluebird. So maybe there will be a blue bird that someone sees, and maybe that is something that will come up and that will be relevant for you. Red rose. And then we have inner high priestess, divine service, which is very much like, these three cards are very much about tapping into your higher self and really trusting your gifts, trusting your intuition, trusting the messages that come to you within this time. Because over the next, really all of March, but over the next week, as we are like in the thick of this eclipse energy, really over the next 2 weeks, you are going to be receiving heavy and important information from the universe, from your spirit guides, and from your higher self. Things that are proof of divine care, and also ways that you can be of service not only to yourself but to other people. And so I'm just hearing to allow yourself to remain open. Do not close off. I don't know who that is for, but your spirit guides really want you to know, do not close off. Do not shut everything down. If you have been a person that has a habit of shutting down, I'm just hearing, allow yourself time to not shut down, to be able to see what comes from it. And trust the divine timing of your life, and trust that the things that come up are exactly what it is that you need to hear, and exactly what it is that you need. On this on this inner high priestess card, the number is 34, and they have the letters B and J on it, so those letters might be relevant to somebody. BJ, JB. We also have number 4 and number 10. I'm feeling like a lot of symbols are going to be important this month. A rug, a tea kettle, a spider web. Maybe somebody's spirit. I'm hearing that somebody's spirit guide is going to connect to them through a spider, a black spider. That's, and then I have friend. So this card, this is the intimacy card that was here from a couple of weeks ago. And so maybe this is something that could be a journal prompt for somebody. It's kind of outside of what we've been talking about, but because it came out, maybe it's going to be important for somebody. But the question is, what did you learn about marriage from your parents? And as we are still in Venus retrograde, that could be a great journal prompt, even outside of all of the other messages that have come up. But we have friend here. And so I'm just hearing, reach out to a friend, to friends, to family. Allow yourself to be open to connection, because there are a lot of shifts happening energetically, and a lot of us are going to be receiving lots of new information, and people that you haven't talked to in a while, and even people that you have recently talked to, are going to be making new shifts. And the conversations that you guys have are going to be extremely valuable, because you're going to start to see sides of people that you haven't seen before. And that could be in a negative connotation as well. Like, you could see sides of people that are not so pleasant that you didn't notice before. But what I'm really getting overwhelmingly is that you will be surprised by the positive differences that you will see or be able to hear in people, and be inspired by in people that you just didn't expect. People who you typically talk to, or, you know, when we think about people, sometimes we have already put them in a box, or we just kind of expect them to be a certain way. This is kind of the case a lot of times with family, where it's just like, you know what it is, you know what to expect when you talk to certain people. But I'm just hearing, allow yourself to be open to some new stuff, because everybody is coming into contact with very new energies and being exposed to different sides of themselves that are going to be surprisingly new and inspiring. So that is beautiful. I am still gonna come on Friday. I hope you guys have an amazing week. I hope you guys are hanging on in all the thick energies. Sending you guys love for this eclipse, Venus retrograde. I don't know, I think on March 17th we're going into Mercury retrograde. So it's a ride. It's a ride, but we're gonna be all right. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you on Friday.